It's a performance which will be difficult to criticize. But I'm not here for criticizing, I'm here for sharing with you, as I said, the enjoyment and the love of music. Your voice is superb. It has been my privilege to work with you in the past, different moments. You have never been better. No. So that's a great job.
Thank you.
Now, this class says my paper here is to be about opera and art songs. I have chosen your song to be the first of the program because it shows that there is not much distance between the two things, opera and art songs. There are some very general feelings, which I think are extremely superficial, that opera means big voices and art song means small voices. Even when it comes to French art song, there is a kind of a belief that the first requirement for being good in French songs is no voice at all. It is not so. Why did I choose this song for being the junction of the two arts?
I think because it uses a very intimate voice, and yet it uses a very operatic voice. Mm-hmm. So the young girl, well, the description, the narrator, when she describes the scene, I think is in a way intimate. And the young girl, when she talks of unsere Liebe, our love, she's very intimate. And yet when she gets so excited about it, the magnificence of that love, I think it's very operatic in the range of voice that you use.
Right. It's even more operatic than that. Let's consider the song. The first section describes a landscape at a certain time, in a certain mood, which is mostly darkness and silence. But a set is being described. Mm-hmm. So I think like in an operatic scene, we have a set. Mm-hmm. That's the first verse.
Yeah, that's true.
Then characters appear on stage, but they don't appear suddenly and near the footlights. Mm-hmm. They appear in the distance, and then little by little, the scene will get some animation, mm-hmm. but not immediately. Mm-hmm. Then one of the characters starts speaking, and the interpreter has to take the voice of this first character.
Mm-hmm. The boy.
Fine, and the boy has a chip on his shoulder, and at the same time, a little bit uncertain, maybe insecure, and he's afraid that his love would not be seen favorably by the people around the girl. And he revolts against that, but he would be ready to make a sacrifice. For that, you have taken the voice of a young man. So, after that, you have introduced, in a very sweet way, the girl, and you have taken the voice of the girl. So we have had in this one person here in front of the piano, we have had the painter of the set, the animator of the characters in silence, then the impersonation of the first character, then the impersonation of a second character. I think that's a little more than opera for one person.
That's true.
Okay? So, you'll see we'll have always in art songs to consider all the elements which are in the poem as well as in the music. As a matter of fact, I suppose that you have been told by all the eminent teachers who have preceded me that anything we do is made of words and music. And what we sing is the music of the word plus the music of the music. And that both have to be equally learned and respected. You have done this marvelously. I wonder whether we could not ask you to illustrate exactly what I have said by repeating the song, and I will dare to stop you after each of the sections. Okay? Now, the first set is in darkness, the lights are not on yet, and nothing is heard, and nothing moves. So let's see how you can paint, the music is written, of course, accordingly, how you can paint with your voice darkness and silence. Marvelous introduction. When you sang before, you were not, I think, make us completely aware of the immobility, the silence, and the darkness.
That's true.
Much more now. Very good. Now we will introduce the characters. And as we said, they are not in the footlights. They come from a distance.
Yeah.
And there will be maybe a little more animation, little by little, into the sound of your voice. You see, now you were extremely quiet. Little more animation, just a little louder, but not much. And when the young man will start speaking,
Redet so viel und so much.
I think that you start quite a bit too strongly, and you must preserve a little bit of this power for the climax. That's it. That's the second introduction of the two characters. And now they are, the two of them, are quite at a distance, almost in the back of the stage. And now you have to bring the voice of the boy little by little nearer to us.
I see.
Not only he's singing with more and more excitement, but also he comes nearer.
I see, yes.
That's it. And so you have quite a leeway before the time he reaches the footlights. Okay?
I see, yes.
Okay? Excuse me, please. May I take...
Yes. Are you sure that the composer has not given you one more element for making the intensity come to a maximum? Yes, there is an animando. Yes, yes, there is.
Huh?
Thank goodness there is.
Fine.
Yes,
Okay.
and I never, I just noticed that as I was looking at this week, and I thought, why haven't I done that before? And I didn't do it again.
Okay, and then this way also you help tremendously your colleague by this accelerando will send him into his great agitation of tempo. But it's very stately, then it's very difficult for him to go on.
Yes,
To see.
of course.
Okay. Let us suppose we take. Yes. Okay.
There,
No, it's enough if you take only Moment. Now, you have introduced the girl by singing with an extremely sensitive, very young girl's voice. Don't you think it should be the narrator who has presented
That's
the
true.
first episode?
Yes.
Okay. So gently as welcoming the voice of the girl which is about to come, but not being the girl yet.
Truly. Mm-hmm.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Oh, may we just take I'm sorry, I'm hacking this piece this way.
No.
Okay, just 2 measures before.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just trying to think.
Sprich das Mägdelein, Mägdelein spricht. Unsere Liebe, sie trennt sich nicht. Fest ist der Stahl und der Eisen gar sehr. Unsere Liebe ist fester noch nie.
Thank you. That was very beautiful. Now she will in turn become extremely intense.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you did it, but it could be better.
Mm-hmm.
Be intense with a girl's voice.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
So a while ago you have become extremely intense with a round voice.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for the girl you can have a slightly more lyric voice, which becomes very intense.
Mm-hmm.
There is a great difference, by the way, between forte and intense, or between loud and intense. Intense is something which is made much more of a vibration and of inner participation.
Mm-hmm.
Loud can be made only by muscles and breath. Hmm?
Yes.
So now find the intensity of the girl. Mr. Will be kind enough to play again a few bars where I stopped him before you come back.